Hello, welcome back. In this class, we are going to discuss data dictionary. We also call it metadata or data about data. So let's go to the definition. Data dictionary, which also known as metadata, is a set of data that describes information about other data. It is data about data, as I've just mentioned. So for example, if you take an image with your phone and look at the description of this image, you're going to see the date this photo has been taken, the time it was taken, the name, the pixel, and so on. So the photo itself is data. But now the description of this photo becomes metadata or data dictionary. A data dictionary is collection of names, definitions, and attributes about data elements that are being used or captured in database, information system, or part of research project. When do we create data dictionary? We create data dictionary before we go to field to collect data. Of course, after having understood our research problem, after having understood what to capture, is the time to go to the field and get those information. And you have to create your data dictionary before you even go to the field. For example, if in my research I want to capture salary of the individuals that I'm going to study, I'm going to talk about this salary. To what decimal place do I need this salary? This salary should be in which format? When I fail to capture salary of a subject of the study, what should I put? All this becomes data dictionary or metadata. All right. What are components of data dictionary? This is where you come in. Attribute name. So when I'm capturing salary, I can call it sal. I can call it salary of the employee. I can call it different names. So before I go to field and capture this salary, I have to give it a name. No? If it is a gender, I have to give it a name. After giving it a name, you have to give it a label, or sometimes we give it description. You try to describe. Salary can be monthly, can be semi-annually, or even annually. So you have to give it, this is the salary of subject, or this is the monthly salary of the subject. Now it is very clear that this salary that you are collecting is the monthly salary. Attribute type and width. When we talk of type, some data can be string, some data can be numerical, some data can be date, some data can be taking other points. So you have to give this value, this attribute, some type, and give it a width. For me to capture this salary, I have to know how long it is. If I'm capturing the salary of CEOs, is it 6 figures? Is it 7 figures? And so on, so forth. Required. When we talk of required, we mean that do we allow missing value for this attribute that we are capturing? Can we say someone that did not respond? There are some attributes or some characteristics of the subject of the study that we might say this one must be responded to. So that is where required comes in. Value codes. For example, if you are dealing with nominal data, we talk of value codes. Value codes is the values like 1 represent male, 2 represent female, 1 represent married, 2 represent divorced, and so on. So you have to create all this before you go to the field. Missing value code. If gender missing, if someone has not responded to gender, give such a value. And then where the physical data is stored. Now you have to tell me in the data dictionary, if I want to go to the physical data that you have captured, where should I go? Or after this data will be captured, where will it be stored and how will it be managed and so on. So these are the component of data dictionary. Every variable that you're going to collect should be having all these values for it to be very valid, very descriptive, and also to be used across the system. Why do we use data dictionary? Assist in avoiding data inconsistencies. For example, if we are talking of salaries, and salaries, for example, in Kenya and Uganda, some employees work in Uganda, others work in Kenya, and you are capturing the Uganda shillings the employees in Uganda shillings, in Kenya shillings, and you come around, give the minimum, maximum values, you give the average of the salaries, and that period, you are even capturing the wrong information. There is a lot of inconsistencies. Uganda shilling and Kenya shilling do vary in the value, right? To avoid these inconsistencies, you should be having data dictionary. Help define conventions that are to be used across the project. For example, if you are dealing with debt, you have to be very strategic. Which convention, which format of this debt are you going to use? Are you going to use Europe formatting or US formatting, and so on and so forth? Provide consistency in collection and use of data across multiple members of the research team. The good thing about analysis, the good thing about research is that this is not a one-man show. It will never be at any point that all these processes of collection, cleaning, analysis, sharing can be something that is done by only one person. You need other people in this. And for all people, all persons in the team to understand this type of data or the data they are dealing with, data dictionary is very key. Make data easier to analyze. Now when you understand this data is nominal, this is ordinal, this is interval, this is ratio, and so on, you will be able to look at it and decide which type of analysis, which type of statistical analysis to be applied. For example, if you are looking at the relationship between scale variables, you might be using regression or correlation. But when you are going to look at the relationship between categorical variable, you are going to use a different technique of statistical analysis. So the point that gives you which type of analysis to use is from the data dictionary and application of data dictionary. Okay, this is an example of data dictionary. We are carrying out descriptive research on NHIF clients. The following is our data dictionary. So you are going to give it a variable name, for example, serial number, label, this is identification number of the respondents, numeric with leading zeros of the width 4. Is it required? Yes. This means that you are not going to have a missing value. Width is 4. It is numeric value with leading zeros. Value codes, it start from 0001 to this. Missing values, of course, is not allowed. Where is it stored? The physical storage of this value is here. You have to identify. For another variable is gender. A description of is gender of respondent. It is numerical, which is again nominal. All right. Is it required? No. Some individuals may fail to respond to this gender question. Value codes, 1 represent male, 2 represent female. If there is missing value, you give it a value of negative 9999 and so on, and also give the physical location. You have to do this for all of your variables. And then we have all these softwares that we train at Console Data and Research Center. Thank you and enjoy learning.